guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm almost embarrassed doing this video, but here we are. This is my new dehydrator. I know some of you have been eagerly waiting to see my decision on which dehydrator I've chosen. And trust me, the decision wasn't an easy one, and that wasn't my first choice. You might think, have I been thrown back into the 80s? Look at this Artex design at the front and the top. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, guys, long story short, I had the Andrew James dehydrator for about 12 years and it's finally pretty much give up the ghost. I've been on the market to buy a bigger and slightly better dehydrator with the different shelves. I've gone through, well, this is the third one of a design. First of them, I've gone for the Quasio one, which was the 8-shelf dehydrator from Amazon. It was £200 and it was voted by which one of the best dehydrators to have. This one was the last. It was, I think, number 9 or number 10. And anyway, it was amazing. It was really, really good. However, the sizing on Amazon was wrong by about 13 centimeters and 10 centimeters. So quite a lot of difference and quite a lot of space wasted. So I was really, really frustrated, really annoyed, but I returned it. However, it was really, really well made. My second choice was my second best choice, and there was a Nebula, which was Amazon's choice, and that was £100. It arrived the other day and it was tiny. Again, the sizing on Amazon was wrong. It was originally, I think it said it was again 41, 42 by 40 by 38, and it ended up being by 30 by 30 by 27, which was tiny. The finish on that, it kind of looked really cute, like a little thing, but the shelving were metal. They were really, really sharp, and it wasn't really good. For £100, guys, I think to fit something in a corner of your kitchen, it was a-okay, but I was looking for a size and the amount of space, and unfortunately I have to go for this one. So this is Excalibur. The price was shocking. That was £318 on Amazon, and to be fair, guys, I only bought this based on size and not on the performance. The reviews, I looked on that on Amazon, and as a general, it's got like 4.5 stars reviews, but when you read into this, and then I received this, and I totally understand where people are coming from, and I'm so annoyed that I had to buy this, but it's one of those things, guys, it's worst of evils because I needed the size. Apparently they have a lot of issues, they get a lot of issues, but you have like a 1 year's warranty, and I know Amazon are really, really good with fulfilling and basically dealing with the issues. So without the further ado, guys, this is what 320, let me unplug that, £320 gets you. Okay, so I'll show you the back first of all. You think, okay, that's great. Just to point out, there's barely any air coming out from the back. There's a slight little draft, but there is no external fan, which rings the bells. All of the other ones I had, the dehydrators, had a big like exhaust type fan that basically expelled hot and moist air. This one does not, and it makes you wonder, so well, why not? What happens with all this moisture? Well, this guy sweats like a whore in a church. Literally, I've put down and I've dehydrated some apples. I literally filled him up, and the amount of moisture was collecting underneath here, it was ridiculous. It's getting warm, it's absolutely understandable, but it doesn't have any extra protection like all the other dehydrators. They have like double walls, so it doesn't get as hot. This thing gets really, really hot underneath, really hot on the sides. But okay, I understand, it's kind of look a bit industrial. It's basically a tractor in the way it looks and in the way it sounds. However, it seemed to do quite an okay job. As I said, guys, the moisture was coming out from underneath and around, but because of the round it can blow through, I'll show you there, it's okay, but underneath it was getting hot and moist. So if you do have real wood worktops, I would certainly be really cautious, because there was a lot of heat and a lot of moisture that could really ruin your wood. If I permanently had this on this worktop in my kitchen, I would not have it. I will return it straight back, because it's too much heat and it's too much moisture for anything, especially if you're thinking of having it running for like 10-12 hours. But because living in the room out there, in the utility room, it's ugly, it can fit there, I don't really care, I don't have to look at it, and worktops there don't matter as such as they do in the kitchen here. So second thing is, again, guys, is what they call is very easy and intuitive door. I get the point, but to be fair, it's also quite as intuitive just to open the door and close the door. So to me, that's more intuitive really than just lifting the thing. And the whole idea is, guys, you're meant to clip it on, and hang it here. And they do provide you the instruction manual. Hold on. And I'm really sorry guys, I'm totally brutal because I think for the money, 320 quid, I think that could have done a better job. I'm not even finished. Anyway, so the whole idea is you hang it on top. You hang it on top and you're meant to avoid, they show you they avoid this little raise off of the door there. But you can't avoid it because there's nothing there to clip it underneath. So you can just do the best, you can centralize it there, you hang it, it just hangs there, it just hangs there. But as I understand, the air still comes out, so technically it's no potato, it doesn't matter, does it hang straight or not, but it doesn't hang straight like it meant to. So if they would suddenly made it a bit more, sticking out further, it would work better, but it does not. Anyway, solid plastic, I give it that though. Ugly, but solid. Right, so inside, they are, I think, the most popular ones, guys, I think, especially in the States. However, I doubt that you guys pay like whatever price if you transfer into the US dollars. So 320 quid. Good thing about them, I like, is the removable things. And I know you can buy spare things. You can buy ones that you can just put liquids on, which is absolutely fine. Those things here, the shelves, to be fair, could do with a bit more stronger. The reason as I said, they didn't like my Andrew James after a little while. This plastic becomes brittle. However good quality it's made or not, constant heat and then you're washing it with water and everything else, it will basically ruin the plastic. So I do hope they won't get ruined as, you know, not really fast. And I'm pretty sure you can buy these spares anyway. However, guys, the size of that's pretty cool, right? It's pretty big size. And unlike my Andrew James one that had a hole in the middle, you have to work around this. They're square, they're great. You've got the spaces for the shelves to go, and we have with the 9 shelves here, which is, it's a lot of space. Again, however, with certain things like I did apples, they go down flat, but then warp as they get hot, so they become a bit like tall and crooked. So when you're trying to get out the trays, they get stuck. So you have to bear in mind that if you do want to dehydrate something that basically gonna change its shape as it dries, which I'm sure not many things would do, I found it difficult to get the shelves out because the apples keep stopping it coming out. So you have to bear this in mind. And yes, you can take one or the other trays out for to put slightly bigger things if you wanted to. And you can use this thing apparently as like a little proving oven for your bread. That's absolutely fine. So that's that. So shelves there inside, that's kind of good. It's a good amount of drying space. All right, so we'll cover this, we'll cover that. Right, again, with the finish, guys, this is where the main gripe is. Okay, don't mind the Artex things. Okay, I don't really give a monkeys, to be fair, what it looks like. As I said, it lives out there, it's out of sight, out of mind. That's fine. But the quality of the finish, and you've got the 2 knobbits here, and one controls the temperature and one controls the timer. First of all, they don't even sit flat, and then hopefully you not see it there, but it doesn't even sit flat on the thing. But it operates the same way as your normal, like a gas hob thing. It's got one of those thingies you put in there, but the little knobbly bit that sticks out of there, it's not even in the middle of the hole. It's like, it's 320 pounds, get it central. And at some point, guys, because I don't really know, right? And it's a difficult one because I don't know, didn't get the thing back in there. I don't actually know whether the thing operates properly because it's not like, oh my God, see what I mean? I can't even put it back in. Stupid. Anyways, guys, 10 minutes later, and I cannot get this thing in there, so I have to get my husband to get this in. But this is the point. Those things are consumables, and you do have to change them once in a while, because they do wear off, especially if you use stuff quite often. But the fact is that I cannot even put this back straight on. This is really frustrating. So both of them are pretty much crap. Absolute crap. And this is like the sad part, okay? But anyway, so this is that, and this was quite a big gripe with many of the people. They're saying that the finish could be a better finish. I have at the back, I will turn this around, but you've got some holes that have been drilled for no reason at all. It meant like they've attempted to put the holes or screws, whatever, but they changed their mind. So the holes are still there. The holes are still sharp, so I can put my hand on there and I could scratch my hand if I really tried really hard enough, or not that hard. Anyway, so it's kind of daft. It sounds really noisy. I'm gonna put this on for you, okay? You might not get the whole idea of how loud this sounds, but when I put it on first time, my God, it was literally, It's like, okay, I think it might be a little bit unhealthy, but it did started to work a bit smoothly. However, there's a lot of vibration noise because of the shelves. It's just shit. It should be a better fitment considering how strong this motor works. So let's hear the sound. Oh, sorry, I can probably turn it on with the bloody thing because I can't get it on. Let's see if I just come on with the timer. You hear it maybe. Okay, this is without the temperature, guys, because I can't put the bloody thing in to do the temperature. Ooh. No, it still doesn't want to bloody go on. Anyway, it might not sound so bad, but it will vibrate. It vibrates a lot. Timer off. The thing as well, this one is 600 watts. I'm pretty sure on Amazon said it's like 450. Anyway, it's 600 watts. It runs at 610, 611, which is absolutely fine. However, like with the other dehydrators and the air fryer oven, things normally run at specific high voltage to get itself warm, and then it drops down to low voltage when it just maintains the temperature. In this instance, it runs at 30 watts just on timer alone, with it being basically off, and then runs at 610 pretty much throughout on regardless of what temperature that you put it on, which it sounds a bit daft. So technically, as not maybe as cost effective to as my Andrew James ones, however, because it's kind of a sealed unit apart from the front, it retains a temperature for longer. So if I need to dehydrate something for 8 hours, I can turn it on at 6 and leave it there with a closed door, and because the residual heat will still do its work. So technically it kind of seems like it is fairly cost effective, and the fact is that it's got 9 shelves. Certainly not something I would run in with just half of the shelves, not for 600 watts and the amount of sound and noise and the sweat they create. However, if you fill it up, I don't see why not. So yeah, guys, this is kind of sums up. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I'm really disappointed about this, like big time. I wasn't thinking of returning it because, well, I've got a year's warranty and I really desperately need one. And because I wanted something big, because I'm growing so much in the summer, I want to be able to hydrate a lot of it in the kind of at once. And this is the only one that seems to be that hit the bill. There are other dehydrators there, and probably what a better choice is. However, some of them running at 1,000 watts. 1,000 watts. You should imagine running this for like 10 hours. This is absolutely ridiculous. So I was mindful of that as well. So, but there we are, guys. So this is that. So if you're ever considering buying one, and I know many of you said you swear by them, they are good. I want to say good, but it's okay. It's huge, okay? And if you just fit this, I've got the island here, so it's a wider. If you have this on your worktop, it's really bulky and it really finishes right with the end of the worktop. But don't forget, the cable comes out from the back and the metal back gets really, really hot. So you cannot just shove it up against the back and have it running, because it's just not going to do well for anything, especially whatever you have down the back. So ideal scenario, if you don't have deeper worktops, you have to have this running on the side or on the island or some other way, because this is just not going to be safe. So with all this in mind, it's goddamn is old-fashioned. Like, it's not even made, you can say, oh, it's made for commercial use. It's not. It's got the label there, it's domestic use only. So why do you make something look so goddamn ugly? It's just, I just don't understand it, and it's so old-fashioned. And I would understand if it was like, if it was value because we saved some nice polished plastic or metal, you know, saved because we are designing something really good quality. But all in all, it's not really good quality. But I don't even know. If I can't put this back in, that this guy will have to come back. I really hope my husband can help me to put this back in, because, well, I don't want to stay with that dehydrator, and frankly, I've run out of options. So anyway, on the positive notes, it's got a little display, not display, but a little sticker, plastic sticker here. It tells you at what temperature you guys can dehydrate what, which is kind of handy if you've never done this before. That's great. The temperature ranges from 41 degrees Celsius, which is 105 Fahrenheit, to 74 Celsius, 165 Fahrenheit, which is, again, is a good range. The initial one, the Kosai one, I bought going up to 95, which was better because you could do meat. This one doesn't, and many frankly don't, but that's okay. And I have a timer basically from 2 hours minimum to 26 hours. Again, because I don't hear the way the things click, that doesn't click when you twist it, so I've no idea whether it works. It's not particularly overly smooth to say that it's not meant to click, so I don't know. So yeah, basically this is that, guys. So this is what you have for £320. I was literally, I wasn't crying, but I was like gritting my teeth when I was buying there, because I'm like, yeah, I don't know, but nonetheless, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna use it a few more times, and hopefully we can fix this and that. Is it worth £320? No, absolutely not. To be fair, a couple £100 tops, purely because of the finish. As I said, don't mind the old-fashioned part of it, that's not the point, but quality of the finish, size is great, that's the only thing. But to be fair, for around £300, if I didn't mind the wattage, you can buy the Quasio 12 shelf dehydrator, and you can buy some other ones that are more commercially, but they look better for the similar sort of money, but they are quite a bit bigger and not quite maybe suitable for an average kitchen, even for the utilities. So that's that, guys. So anyway, you make of it what you want. It's just there. I'm just literally wanted to give you my brutal opinion. And when I do reviews, guys, I do generally try to tell you things honestly, because, well, that's the whole part about it anyway. So if you do want to make your own choice, obviously do. Yeah, it's okay. Size great, finish not so great. This is atrocious, and heat and the sweating part is a downside. But otherwise, well, we'll see. Anyway, hopefully you find this helpful. So I'm going to stick with it for a little while, and I shall see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.